Wow, man, this is one of my favorite subjects. There is so much to do here, and so much good stuff that comes out of it if you do it right. It For me, a lot of the things we see are starts with sort of data silos. We all call ourselves data-driven marketers, but all the stuff we have lives in stovepipes. That's a huge issue. Another is all our data often is non-standardized, normalized, or cleansed. So if you're doing media campaigns, paid social campaigns, you're doing programmatic stuff, you're doing email nurture, and you have multiple different partners sending you data, they are not standardized. So there's a lot of elbow grease that goes into making sure that is good before you can use it. My favorite one along those lines is death by CSVs. Every person, every marketing person just dreads dealing with all the different CSVs they receive from all their demand gen partners. And even though these companies are doing awesome stuff and they have cool MarTech components, they still don't have evolved APIs. So a lot of the data that you're getting oftentimes, especially if it's not integrated into your marketing automation and CRM system, is CSVs, and that takes a lot of work, a lot of effort. Having integrated reporting, again, going back to data silos, people don't spend enough time thinking about connecting the dots, which leads to potentially false positives because you're looking at the wrong things. Having a sort of lack of understanding of the data itself. So a lot of people will look at campaign results, but not really spend the time deriving insights. They're not asking the questions that they should be asking. And then what's missing often is making sure that the marketing and sales teams have been trained to understand what they should be looking at. They don't know what the baseline is often. They don't know what's good. They don't know what's bad. So making sure that they are trained and that they don't have ineffective KPIs becomes really important. I think this one starts with knowing what questions to ask and answer. I always want to know when I'm looking at anything, what is it? Where did it come from? What is it supposed to tell me? And once I know this information, what should I be able to do next? And having that understanding, whether it's a widget on a dashboard or the entire dashboard, becomes super important in how you derive your strategy. Using data to inform strategy, if you did that right, is going to be your biggest asset. Because if you have the right components all stitched together, your data should truly inform your strategy. That happens by having an awesome team. So having data engineers, data operations people, having awesome marketing analysts or sales analysts, and people who are obsessed with optimization. If you are a data-driven company, you always want to be thinking about what can you do, how can you get better? Gamify it, make it so that people get excited and get energized from doing more and more and more. All of this is cool, but if you don't have a solid data lake as a foundation, none of this is possible. So making sure you invest in your data lake becomes really important. That's why you need the awesome team. And then you likely won't have all the people you need based on the MarTech stack you use. And so you likely will have to go to external partners to partner with the internal teams. And that's a super important thing, is to find a partner that's compatible with you, that thinks the way you are thinking, that can help and push you and truly act as an extension of your team. I think becomes very important. And then lastly, I would say, sort of integrated reporting, as we've sort of mentioned many times throughout this ABM series, has a lot of answers, but if you're not using that information to your advantage in a timely manner, then it's wasteful. So don't just do it. Make sure you do it and make sure you're committed to using that information to drive and inform and make your marketing strategy better. Make sure that you have an optimization model built out that is using this information, so you're constantly getting better and better and better. With this, I wanted to say thank you to our listeners today. This concludes our ABM video series. We thank you for listening. And if you have any questions around any of the videos you've seen so far, or if you have any feedback, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My email is Uzair, it's Uzair @ironhorse.io. Thanks again.